If you're under 7, you better not be watching this video. If you're under 7 and you have a history of seizures, seriously don't watch this video. Anyway, hi. It's me. I guess my username is, my name is already in use, but you can call me Aaron. That's all my friends do. So, today we're gonna play some Nights into Dreams. Of course, I've never done this Let's Play thing before, so bear with me if I suck for a little while. I'll try and keep you entertained. So, as you can tell from this opening cutscene, this game is freaking weird. Yep. And it's only going to get better. So, this is actually a really interesting game that sort of blends the arcade-style racing history of Sega with an interesting score attack layer on top of it, which is something that makes it really interesting and technical. And I like it a lot. So, we're going to be playing the Steam port of this game because it looks really pretty. So, basically we got 8 levels to choose from, 2 characters, even though these 2 levels are the same for each of them. And let's just jump right in, and I'll try and explain things as they happen, because there is actually quite a bit going on. Spring Valley, the ideal. So those colored orbs that are orbiting Claris right now are the Idia, which are the manifestations of dream energy. And those enemies, the Nightmare, just stole all of them and took them away. Put them in Idia captures. So luckily I've still got one. I got the red one. The red one is the Idia of Courage, and that's the only one that the Nightmare are completely unable to steal. And that's what's going to help me kick their butts. So for now I'm just walking around, picking up these blue chips. Now, the blue chips are for is that they can be used to overload the Idia captures and then retrieve the stolen Idia. It takes 20 of them to destroy one, and we'll demonstrate that right now. We just fly around and pick these things up. Now we have 20, we go in here and the thing blows up. You can see I've got the Idia back, and bonus time has begun. Which means that all the points are doubled. Which means this is the point where we just do a bunch of laps around the course until we start running out of time. So I guess the idea is to clear the stage. You need to bring the Idia back to the palace before time runs out. But why would we do that when we can just go around here and collect so many points? I'm not really going to be playing for high scores or anything, and I'm not going to be crazy disappointed if I don't do very well, but because really the meat of the game is in trying to score well, you know, if you haven't seen it before, this gives you an idea of what makes the game real interesting. See on the bottom of the screen there in the center, we have a link counter, which is basically just counting how many things you pick up or rings you fly through in quick succession. Basically having a high link number multiplies your points while it's still active, so pretty important to stay consistent. I believe it's possible to actually keep the link going for this entire course from lap to lap if you do it backwards. But I don't know. Never was able to get the hang of that on this version of the game. Well, time is running out, so we better head back, because if we let time run out, then we lose all the chips and we get an F rating on that that course, or that mare as they're called. But since we successfully retrieved one of the Idia, we're given another 2 minutes to try and get the next one, and I need to go back and pick something up here. There we go. Now we have 20, and bonus time begins. I believe 10,000 is the biggest bonus we can get, so did pretty well that time. The bonus is just dependent on how long it takes you to destroy the capture. Right now we got the green Idia, which is the Idia of growth. And really the only reason I know that is because it's all there in the manual. Oh, damn it. Guess I got attacked by that guy. And as you may have noticed, there's no real health in this game. When you get hit, you just lose 5 seconds off your timer. And running out of time is bad. So, something else you've probably seen is that if you do a loop in the air, you get to collect everything inside that loop, which is rather important, especially for carrying links, because there's a little bit of a delay between when you make the loop and when you collect the items, so you can use that delay time to start heading towards the next collectibles and keep the link going. And the other good thing that does for you is that it can be used as a sort of gravity well attack that can hurt enemies. Get them out of your way. Another A. Very good. We're gonna take the long way around and pick up that cage. That's the stunt ribbon. So basically, the idea of the stunt ribbon is gotta try and do as many tricks as possible. Cool, 8. The more tricks you do, the more points you get. Oh man, 3 short. One of the things you can do is you can get a lot of tricks done if you sort of cancel their animations by going along the top or bottom, and you can see I got Dreamy, which is the best possible rank, which means you have to get 11 tricks or more. It drops a boatload of points on you. Now we can take the shortcut through there, now that we got that chip cage. Those are the only items that don't respawn besides power-ups. Haven't seen any of those yet, though. Marvelous 9. Damn. Usually I can get the Dreamies more often. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Wonder if we can pull off another lap. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty risky, but I'll do it. One of the other great things about this game is that sometimes you need to balance the risk and reward. See if you can. Do you think you can complete a whole other lap before time runs out? Because maybe running out of time is the biggest thing you can do wrong. You can see that guy there with the 93 sign? He's counting the number of stars that we picked up in the course. And at any time we want, we can just run into him and he'll award us 10 points for every star we've picked up. But the reason why I haven't taken him up on that yet is not just because we're going to pick up more stars later, but it's also because that star bonus is multiplied by bonus time, just like everything else. So you want to wait until after you've destroyed the idiot capture so you can get double points for it. Oh, well, that was awful. Those loops are called pair loops, by the way. mean, I don't know if you've noticed these little guys hanging out. Yeah, there's one behind the tree right there. Those are the NiGHTians, or Peons for short. They are the residents of the dream world NiGHTopia. They're generally pretty cute. It's a power-up. I think this increases our possible paraloop size. Anyway, the NiGHTopians, interestingly, they're actually persistent across gameplay sessions, so if you leave an area and come back later, they'll be in exactly the same spot as they were before. Which is pretty important because they determine some things such as the way the music plays. Which isn't that important, but whatever. Going on to the boss. Guildwing. The creepy dragon dude. There's they're trying to get too fancy. There's a couple of ways you can beat this guy. The conventional one is to just try and knock his head off like that. Gotta avoid his big mouth, of course, but see, every time you knock off his head, a segment of his tail turns into a new head. The other thing you can do is that. You can do a paraloop that catches his tail, sorry, and totally destroy the whole thing at once. Now, at the end of each boss fight, we get a cool little multiplier that's applied to our entire score. This can be up to 2.0, so doing very well on the boss is very important. Doing poorly on the boss will totally break you. And look, it's a new record. It's not really the best I've ever done in this game ever, but I got this game on Steam not too long ago, so I'm a little rusty, and also learning to play it on the keyboard, which isn't actually that bad. Man, that music. This game has great music. Anyway, I suppose this will be it for part 1. Tune in next time and we'll take on the second stage, Mystic Forest. Dun dun dun. Well, thanks for watching. Hope that this is fun, 'cause I'm having fun. So you better have fun too. Good night.